Hello
Okay.
and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things do help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, we do have a bunch of open slots available. If you're interested in any of them, be sure to reach out and let me know. We have campaigns running on Tuesdays, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we can hopefully be able to fit you in on one of our amazing games, most of which are low level right now, one of which is epic level. But yeah, that'll be all my shameless self-promoting. Well, our heroes found themselves in quite a sticky situation. Literally, taking on a monstrous spider lurking in the shadows. It all began when Advar, ever the curious one, took it upon himself to free one of the creature's eggs. This gesture, however, well-intentioned, only enraged the spider, which promptly bound him to the ground with its webbing. Despite this setback, the group managed to put the creature through its paces, wounding it enough to send it scurrying off to heal before returning for another round. But persistence won the day. They struck it down on its return, and with some deft slicing, cut free 3 eggs to reveal, lo and behold, 3 rather battered yet still breathing townsfolk, the very ones they had set out to rescue. After scavenging for any valuables, our troop led their weary, webbed-up survivors through a nearby restaurant's basement. There, Lenore, who's been growing increasingly restless in the city, started grumbling about leaving. Ebenezer, ever the talker, tried to persuade him otherwise. Meanwhile, Lenore made the best of the situation, liberating a fair amount of food and even securing a complimentary meal. With bellies and pockets slightly fuller, they collected their reward but found themselves waiting on the promise of more coin to come. They also decided to help a sick woman by taking her to the orphanage. Oh, how sweet are they? However, they learned that she needed a diamond to recover fully. Ever the resourceful bunch, however, they tightened their sights to the artisans next, hoping to acquire this precious gem. At the guild, they encountered Albron Stonehand, a stout dwarf with a formidable reputation. The task was simple, but not without complications. Capture the thief alive for a handsome 200 gold, or bring back proof of guilt if, shall we say, circumstances lead to a less than living return for 100 gold. They'd also be compensated for any stolen goods recovered. Their inquiries led them to Valera, who recounted seeing a shadowy figure through her assistant's discovery of a black feather. Near their stall has a more tantalizing clue. Neeson speculated on the Nightblades, a local thieves guild known to use crows as informants. But Advar, taking a closer look, identified the feather as that of a black-tipped pelican, a migratory bird. Here briefly, but certainly uncommon. Fran, adding her own knowledge, proposed that the thief might be luring the bird to the market for the pilfering. Advar, thinking creatively, floated the notion of a shapeshifter, while Neeson remained convinced it was merely a trained scout. An unusual exchange, to be sure. Amidst all this, we have Millie, the peculiar creature who seems to be reacting to Ebenezer whenever certain words are uttered. Fran tried to coax a little more from Millie, learning that Millie's irritation with Neeson stemmed from him not petting her, and that she is not very good at expressing herself yet. She is but a hatchling after all. Their search brought them to Eldora's, where they interrupted what sounded like a noble in conversation with Eldora herself, a rather colorful Kender. Only time will tell what odd twist or character they'll encounter next. You all look outside to the town square, where Lorien just so happens to be wandering by, crying yet again.
How do you keep finding us? Are you following us? What's going on?
I thought this town doesn't like bards, but he's like just walking around recounting stories.
Now,
No.
you guys look inside of the shop, where you see the Kender tradeswoman, Eldora. A whirlwind of color and curiosity, standing just over 3 feet tall. She has a mischievous sparkle in her large, almond-shaped eyes. One green, the other hazel. Her wild curly hair is a mix of tawny brown and sun-bleached blonde, held in place with an assortment of mismatched beads, twigs, and ribbons, each piece seemingly an artifact of her adventures. She wears layers of brightly colored scarves and patchwork fabrics that drape and flutter around her as she moves, giving her a slightly ethereal appearance. Her shop reflects her vibrant spirit, with every surface overflowing with odd trinkets, peculiar objects, and eclectic items from distant lands. As you've entered in, you can see a little bit of a distrust on her face. As she looks over at all of you, and then she sees Advar and immediately brightens up. Hey! She jumps over, immediately speaking to you in Kender. Hey, buddy, how you been?
I'm good.
Oh, that's awesome. What are you doing with these tall folks?
Oh, we're traveling around and trying to make some money. We're looking for the people who are stealing all you guys' stuff.
Wait, you're making money? Really?
Yeah, man.
That's weird. Why?
You know, it seemed like the thing to do.
I guess.
I'm getting into all sorts of interesting stuff with these guys. We were just in the sewers. I killed a giant spider. It's crazy.
Oh, that sounds fun. So everyone else is just hearing this Kender's conversation taking place. A language I don't think you guys know? No.
Yeah, so then at a certain point I'll switch to common and I'll just kind of introduce the cleaning crew.
Oh, cleaning crew. That's what you
It started
chose?
because, I don't know, we started doing a lot of work in the sewers, so it seemed to work.
Yeah, sure. Apparently branding's a big thing with the tall folk. It's weird. A whole bunch of poles, if you ask me.
Anyway, what was the deal with that guy who just left?
Nothing.
I don't know, it might be related. Somebody took your shit, now some dude.
Wait, how do you
Shows
know
up.
somebody took my shit?
I told you, we're here investigating the shit that got stolen. They said that somebody took your shit.
Yeah, I'm wondering who is they and how do you know?
Alban Stonehand, the dwarven chairman. He gave us the job.
Oh.
This is official.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you want to know? Sorry, I'm not used to being interrogated.
I don't know.
Come on in, everybody. Would you all like something to drink?
Please.
Awesome.
I find it hard to believe that a Kender's not used to being interrogated. Don't people tend to interrogate your type all the time, your race?
No, they just curiously ask us things.
Mm.
Yeah.
Then you consider this curiously asking, not an interrogation.
Oh, cool. Yeah, get your own drink.
You deserve that.
I'm gonna go wander into the kitchen.
It's a shop. There's no kitchen.
Oh, okay. Well,
However,
I'm gonna wander over to
there's-
that coffee station or whatever they
It's
all
just
have in the waiting room.
random shit in here. Just random shit, and you do open up a couple of like, you know what? Roll me a perception check.
Is it a regular size shop or is a lot of shit too low? Are they hitting their heads on stuff?
Oh, it is a regular size shot.
Damn.
Nat 1.
Well, you got your inspirations. First fucking roll.
First roll of the night. All right. Thank you, Goose, for that generous donation. Because you're the first one to roll a nat 1, you get 2 viewer inspirations. And I have 1. Thank you, Goose.
Thanks, Goose. Well, that didn't take long.
Do I have an inspiration in this game? Is that my first inspiration in this game? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the game's pretty new.
Yeah, but usually the carryover. Oh, yeah, I used all of them. I'll let you all see how many I have. Perfect. So, yeah, you rolled a natural 1 for a 4. You find what looks to be a really nice wine bottle. Looks to be probably like 20, 30 years old. I mean, it's a Kender. They just have random shit like that. You pour it, swirl it around a little bit, and when you take a sip, you immediately spit it out as it's piss.
Oh.
That's the piss bottle.
Why? Do
You should
have
label
a
that one.
bottle?
It is labeled. Look at the bottom. Look at that. It just has piss painted on the bottom.
You deserve that.
How did I deserve that?
I have no idea.
Do you have anything that isn't piss? Because now I need to wash this out of my mouth.
Yeah, lots. Look, it's a shop.
Do you have anything to drink that isn't piss?
Oh. Probably. She pulls open one of her scarves and takes out a canteen, sips it, puts it back.
Can I have something to drink that isn't piss, please?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm gonna pull out my water skin.
Here you go.
I'm gonna swish it around in my mouth, and then I'm gonna spit it outside, and then I take a drink.
So,
God, it's like having a second Fran.
anyway. So what exactly was stolen? The, just your tools? Like all your tools?
I mean, to call it my tools would be kind of like an oversimplification. The tools I use, see, I have this one thing. It's called the Ever-Seeing Lens. It's a really unique item that I've had for a long time. And that was taken from the shop, and it's just unfortunate because like it would be really helpful for my job if I kept having it. A late friend of mine, a skilled gnome inventor, he gave it to me.
Okay.
I know it's stupid, but for some reason I feel like I want it back really, really bad. I know it's dumb wanting things, but it's just, you know.
Well, sometimes they help you remember other people.
Yeah.
They can be useful.
Yeah.
It ain't dumb. It
It's
sounds
sad
like
when
it
they
has...
go.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
What were you saying, Fran?
I was just gonna say, it ain't dumb. It sounds like it has some sentimental value, and it means something to you. That means a lot.
I don't understand. Sentimental?
You know, it's okay. It's not dumb.
Okay.
Has
yeah.
anyone ever asked you about it or tried to buy it from you? Oh, my character sheet died.
Yeah, a lot of things are dying today. I mean, there was one customer came through kind of when I first got here and started, running this shop. They were real curious about it. They were curious about most things, but they were real curious about anything left by my buddy. I was like, hey, yeah, this is the only thing that was left by her. And they're like, oh, cool. Would you be able to sell that? And, back then I didn't realize, everything in this city, like, you have to, like, give them coins in order to get it, or they try to arrest you.
They try.
Yeah, they do. It's weird. So yeah, I was like, nah, I'm definitely not selling that. You can use it and borrow it, though, and, they tried leaving with it, and I just went with them, and, I mean, I don't know, like, he had a house.
Do you know where he lives?
No, I just followed him there.
Do you remember where that is, though?
I could figure it out if I had a map.
I just happen to have...
Oh, you have a map?
I mean, I have, like, my map. I don't think we have an official map of the city yet.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, cool. I love maps.
Yeah, I've got my map.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it's drawn. Do I roll for how well I drew this map?
Yes, you do. That will be cartographer's check, and if you are not proficient in that, it'll be straight wisdom.
Straight wisdom, okay. Well, obviously, or does guidance work on that? I don't think it does. Oh, I guess it does.
Yeah, it does. It's an ability check still. 24. I mean, yeah, it looks like...
Damn, I drew a good-ass map.
It's a pretty damn good map.
Fuck yeah. I like maps, too. Here.
Oh,
I drew this a couple years ago when I was here. Things might change, but I've made a couple updates.
Wow. Yeah, it's that building right there. She points at it.
Sweet.
I need an insight check from, well, anybody proficient in it.
I'm not proficient in insight.
I'm rolling hot today.
6. Cool. Yeah. I followed him there. He kind of got upset because, like, I don't understand. It was weird. He was really angry because I started eating his turkey.
Well, did he have it sitting out? What else is he supposed to do?
It was in an oven, but, I had to take it out. I could smell it was done.
You saved him. It was going to burn.
Yeah, and I ate the leg. Turkey leg is
As
the
you
best
do.
part. It's the best part, hands down. But yeah, he was really upset with me. I got the object back from him, though. He kind of just threw it at me, and I left and went home. Went here. Sorry, it's weird. I just work here. My grandpappy's, like, pretty sick. So, like, he still likes to adventure, so I take him for walks over to the park and stuff and come back here. And, yeah. So
That's
I figured
cool.
I'd start selling the shit I find in my pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Plus
And you
6.
make, like, blown glass things?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love blowing glass. It's so much fun. Really works up a sweat when you do it, too. If you add in different colors, you can make them like pane glasses, like for murals and stuff. That's actually what I was commissioned to do before. She suddenly becomes a bit more worried.
You need the lens to finish your commission?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely need that back.
Well, maybe we'll figure out what's going on with what you've told us.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any questions?
What was the thing called, Joey? The item?
The ever-seeing lens?
Ever-seeing lens. Thank you. I got the ever part, the lens part.
Yo, I hate these new... Like, where do you find inventory?
Just
There
own
it
tab
is.
now.
Do it. Do it. There we go. Did it.
I don't like that you can't reorder the inventory.
Yeah,
you can't?
that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I'm slowly building my inventory up because like I'm putting it in the order I want it to be on my sheet. Hopefully they'll open that up to be changed later on by the time I like need to like fit something else in.
13.
Chairman
Perfect.
Allbrand said that you heard footsteps.
Oh, yeah. I didn't just hear them, though. He never listens to me whenever I talk. It's so weird. It's like he sits there with his hands in his pockets the whole time, just, like, looking at me. It's the weirdest thing ever. Also, you notice, Neeson, that she's currently, like, scratching the back of her head with a random pitten.
I'll check my backpack.
Yeah, you're missing a pitten.
It's a pitten. I don't. Can I see that pitten?
Yeah, sure. She answered.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Scratch my shoulder with it, then throw it in my backpack.
Those things are real good for hitching.
Yeah,
yeah.
they are. So about the footsteps.
Yeah. It wasn't just footsteps, it was footprints. Muddy ones. On that shelf up there.
You found muddy footprints on a shelf.
Yeah, sometimes I wander my shelves.
Were they humanoid footprints?
I don't know what species they were, but they were booted.
So, okay.
They were
Hu-
boot prints. What's that? Are they still there?
Yeah, I didn't clean it up or anything.
All right. Let's take a look.
Yeah, go for it. Odie, you see as, like, Fran's walking away, she just, like, takes one of the arrows and then starts, like, picking her nail with it.
As you do.
Yep. Kenders are kleptomaniacs. They don't realize that they're doing something wrong. They just steal. Which is why society hates them. So, Fran and Advar are able to get up there. No problem. Neeson, you have to, like, scale up the shelf and look. Like, you could not stand in the space between the top shelf and the roof.
Okay.
When you get there, yeah, they definitely seem, like humanoid boot prints. Muddy, even. It seems dried up as of now, so it's like it's settled down so you don't notice the specific grooves to it. However, if you guys are interested, I can have you roll some survival checks.
Okay.
Ooh, we're getting layers of information now. Advar. Looking at the boot print up here, whatever left this behind, or whomever left this behind, they have some really nice boots. the majority of boots are not made to be so specifically grooved for like the arch of a foot or anything like that. They're made more generically for, you know, the average person. So these boots are very nice boots, cobbled even, and probably commissioned to fit. Fran, however, good job on your roll of a 20. As you're looking at it, you kind of pinch at it a little bit, the dirt, then pour a little bit of water in your hand and rub it, and notice there's an unfamiliar coarseness to the dirt, like inside of it. Like, not just straight dirt, like something else.
What size are these? Like small persons? I mean, they're up on a shelf.
Yes.
Are they small person footprints? Okay.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Do I know what the substance is? It's not dirt.
That'll be a nature check.
Yeah, I was thinking I could probably help
Okay.
you with that.
Yeah.
Where's my nature?
Are you gonna help her?
Yeah, I can look at it, or I can give her advantage.
Oops, that wasn't a good one.
16's very good.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything above a 10 is considered good at your guys' level.
Okay.
When I helped, so you have advantage.
Yeah, roll again. You might do better.
Okay. Nope.
All right, so 16. That's sand.
Okay.
Very coarse sand as well. Big, like, thick sand.
And then can I don't know if this question is valid. Do I know what areas of this town there is sand at, or is that something I would have to ask Advar?
Oh, you would know. You're a survivalist as well. Probably out past the docks. There's not many beachy areas, but there are some of them over by the bay of Brancala. The other place you could find sand is deeper within any mountains or any of the mountainous areas where there would be an exceptional amount of mining that takes place at. When you mine deep enough, you always come across sand.
And would there be a difference between those two sands, and would I know?
No, not on a 16.
No, okay. Thank you.
Yes. An exceptionally high roll would be able to find it, but not on a 16.
Okay. Thank you.
There were only footprints on the shelf, none leading to the shelf, none leaving the shelf.
Only footprints right there on the shelf.
Was the shelf where the lens was?
You inquire with her.
Yes, I'm asking her.
No, the lens is down the shelf. Well, was. I always kept it right here in this box. She, like, pulls the box out.
Is there, like, a skylight above the shelf where, like, could he have dropped in, or the person have dropped in through a skylight onto this shelf?
No,
Is there windows?
No skylight, no.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how they got on this shelf without any other footprints anywhere.
Are there any windows that can see this shelf from the outside?
Now I need you to roll me a survival check, and if you're proficient in thieves' tools, you have advantage.
That's good, because I am not proficient in survival.
That's fine.
Can I...
Well, he's already got advantage.
14.
14. So, you try to roll it back. How would you case out this place if you were trying to take something? You go over towards the front door, and from the perspective of the door itself, yeah, you could see the shelf. You could see on top of it. But you would be right in the line of sight of the person who's the shop owner. But then you wander over towards one of the windows, and there's not a whole lot of, like, good perspectives that you can actually see. And you start, like, wandering across the road as you're looking at it, and you get a bunch of people in the streets, like, looking at you strangely. thinking that you're casing out the place. But then you go over towards the alleyway, and there's like you climb up a little bit of like a gutter pole that they have there, and you can actually see just barely into the shop. If somebody was trying to peer in and watch this place, this gutter pole would be where they could do so without being seen.
Fran or Advar, this is probably, if I was trying to get line of sight to the spot, this is where I would have sat. Do you think either of you might be able to find tracks around here? Or some sort of evidence of somebody casing it from here?
I can take a look.
Yeah, you want to take a look?
All right. The two of you go over there. Time for you to roll your survival checks. If you are proficient in Thieves' Tools, you have advantage.
I am.
Both of them are.
Hey, good.
Guidance.
Every time I consider the different groups, this group would be the perfect one for the Don't Get Caught campaign.
Yeah, it would. We're the completely wrong swap.
Dirty 20.
Nice. An 18. Nice. All right. So, you begin climbing up the side of the building, heading up towards the roof. And when you get there, you lean down and you smell something kind of foul up here, and you start rummaging around some of the dirt that's been like laid into the corners, a few bits of like scrap that people have just thrown around, and you see a spoiled, half-eaten sandwich. You take it out, thick, moldy bread at this point, and when you open it up, it's some type of like pig's belly meat. And to you, Advar, that doesn't add up. The boots are expensive, possibly commissioned, but this sandwich is like the cheapest sandwich you could possibly buy.
Okay. They didn't finish it, so it's not like they really wanted it.
When we get back to everybody else, I have a theory, and it's a jump, but I have a theory.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so we know that people have been recruiting the orphans to do tasks and things. What if somebody put one of the orphans in these big ass boots and fed them a shitty ass sandwich to make them go do this thing and steal this thing? What if it was somebody else disguised as to throw us off the track?
Yeah, but we killed all the people that were recruiting orphans. Like, literally killed them all.
Yeah, but this happened. This got stolen before that happened,
That's true.
didn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
I said it's a stretch, but it's...
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, I'm not sure how all these things are connected. I'm kind of like, what?
But I mean, it wouldn't take much to bribe a kid to go do this. You know, especially an orphan. You wouldn't have to feed him much if you wanted to get him to do something.
Yeah, but there's no tracks between this spot and the shelf, which means the person didn't travel by foot from this spot to the shelf.
They had pelicans carry him. I don't fucking know.
Well, I was going to go more likely with teleportation.
Yeah.
It's going to be where I went with it.
Like Misty Step.
Wait, magic?
Yeah.
And Fran, now you notice that she's like picking her teeth with one of your arrows. Really? Magic?
I just start laughing my ass off. I'm gonna let her keep it because I think it's cute.
All right, remove one of your arrows.
Okay.
Huh. I didn't know there were spellcasters around here. Aren't they, like, really dangerous? Those people with the moon and stuff?
They can be. They also tend to also not advertise their presence.
Really? Damn. I thought if I could conjure up whatever I wanted, I'd probably just, like, boast about it all over the place, you know? Like, hey, look at me! You know.
Yeah. They tend to be a little more circumspect than that. So, all right, we have someone that was casing your joint. Anybody know a really high-end cobbler that does custom shoes? Tracking?
Yeah, he's a part of the guild. He's a cobbler. His name's Trackin. If I can see that map again, I could show you.
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Yeah, thanks. She'll take the map. All right. He's roundabouts over in that area. 19. Odie, you don't notice that she, like, rolls up the map and, like, puts it on her shelf.
No, I would notice if she stole my map.
Yeah, you'll notice before you leave, but right now you don't.
Oh, looks like I accidentally put my map on your shelf.
No, I did that.
Okay. I'm still gonna take my map.
Yeah.
Can I steal something from her before I leave?
Sure, sleight of hand.
Oh shit, do I even have good sleight of hand?
Yes.
Oh wait, I gotta take my advantage off. Hold on one second. That's not good, right?
No, everybody sees that you take something random. You pick up a button.
That's all I want.
And she looks as you pick up the button and just nods.
I nod back.
Odie, you pick up a small rug, like one of those, like, throw rugs.
I wanted a pliers.
Oh, you wanted pliers?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not on her loot table, but sure.
I was gonna say they're glass blowing tools. I'll grab a pliers.
Oh, she doesn't have her tools. Those were stolen.
I thought it was just the lens got stolen.
No, the lens and all of her tools.
Oh. Okay. I thought the dwarf just said, her tools were stolen because he doesn't really know what was stolen. Okay, so it's the lens and the tools. All right. All right, so I took a rug.
Roll up a rug. So I think we've got 2 attempts at a lead. Whatever the gnome's house is, which she showed you on the map where that was, right, Anvar?
Mm-hmm. The cobbler.
And the cobbler. If maybe those fancy shoes at that small size, there can't be that many people that had shoes like that made.
Imagine probably not. But you can just go and you can ask Trackin.
Yeah.
Well, what was the name of your gnome friend that left you the lenses?
Andy.
Andy.
Yeah.
Just Andy? You didn't have a last name?
I mean, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what it was.
You don't happen to remember any details about the people that asked you about the stuff that Andy May had left behind?
I don't know. It was a little weird. So, like... And she just picks up, like, a random piece of food and starts eating it. The guy came in here, and he was like, hey, you don't work here? I was like, yeah, I do. My friend Andy owned the place. Now I kind of work here while my dad's sick. And then he was like, hey, so where'd you get the key? And I explained to him, hey, I didn't get the key. I just broke in. And then after that, he started asking about the merchandise, where I purchase it. Weird question. Where I got it from, also weird question. And then he asked me if I was a part of the guild. And I was like, yes, I belong to the, the making stuff guilds. Artisans, that's what they call us. I do glass blowing. They're like, really, you do glass blowing? So I showed them my glass blowing stuff in the back, and they inquired about, any big commissions that were coming up, and I told them about all of that. Then they kept asking me, like, how long did I know Andy? How far back did we go? Does he have any other relatives that are left around? Then he started asking about Andy's personal effects, if Andy had any enemies, if Andy had any friends, if anybody wished Andy would come to harm, and like all of that was just weird, And then after all of that, he asked me, keep an ear out if anybody else comes by asking about Andy, and let him know. I don't know why I would let him know. Like I guess I could go to his house.
You know where this guy lives?
Yeah, I pointed it out on the map. He's the one I stole the turkey leg from.
Oh, I thought it was Andy's house she showed Oddvar where
No.
lived. Oh, okay. I was confused as to whose house we... Okay. I had another question on it. I lost it when I got to that one. It's so confusing to talk to. Oh, who is it? Who are you doing your big commission for? That gentleman, I'm assuming, that was leaving when we came in?
No, no?
That's not him? Who was that guy then?
Nobody?
Nobody.
Come on, you can trust us. We need to know.
Roll me
This might be
persuasion.
important. Persuasion.
I mean, come on. We're here. We're gonna get you your stuff back. We're here to help. Can I give Oddvar advantage?
Yes, you can. Hey, roll again. You might do better.
Yeah, I'm assuming I don't have guidance on this.
Yeah.
No, don't do better. So
We'll go with the 21.
18.
What? 21.
Well, I
no
don't
advantage.
have
18. Yeah. Okay, God, it's so weird. Why are people in this town so weird? He's like, hey, don't tell anybody, or else. I'm like, or else what? Yeah, his name's Payer. I think Payer Townsend was his name, something like that. He owns a portion of Old City where there's a bunch of like old churches and stuff. And the thing I was working on was for one of the churches. I don't know which one. It was some hoity-toity like dude guy who like was in a bunch of weird outfits. Anyways, yeah, Payer Townsend. He's the guy that commissioned me, and yeah, he came through here and he was like, hey, you still have to get it done. I was like, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to do without the proper tool. He's like, well, you need to get it done or else. I'm like, I mean, I know, that's the way I get paid. Not gonna lie, money would help right now. People get into such a huff. Like, for some reason, every store I walk into, I'm being watched the whole time. And whenever I pick up food, they just start calling for some dude named Guard.
It's so weird. Yeah. Have I ever heard the name Payer Townsend before?
Insight check. 4.
Ah.
No. Townsend is a common name in these parts, but you don't know
I
that
second
one.
that one.
Yeah, right? Hey, you have those inspos.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of Goose's. Honk! And I'm gonna try that again.
Thank you, Goose.
Thanks, Goose.
Honk.
Well, that was a waste of a reroll.
Not exactly a waste, because it is an easy enough thing for a 7 to achieve. Payer is not a name. Mayor is a title, though. And the mayor of Old City is Mayor Townsend. He's obviously new to diplomacy. He used to go by the name of Roberts Townsend. Used to be a local thief around here. Used to do a lot of shady odd and end jobs, but apparently he's made a great name for himself and now is a diplomatic leader in these parts. After the war, after all.
What was his first name?
Roberts.
Robert.
Roberts.
Roberts.
Roberts Townsend. And that's obviously not his real name, but you know.
Right. Are you sure he didn't call himself Mayor Townsend?
Yeah, that's what he said. I thought it was so weird. I was like, Payer's not a name.
That is true. All right. Well, I think I'm out of questions. Anybody have anything else?
I don't have anything.
I do have one more question.
Yeah.
The glass you were making for the window, was it in this particular design? Where like they like try to capture like the essence of a or like the image of ideology of a specific god or something?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, and I was working at it at the church, though. You know, work
What-
on site.
What church was it?
Oh, it was, she takes your map again. Cornball unrolls it. Or not Cornball. Who are you? Odie.
Cornball.
That was a different halfling in a different game. He takes your, she takes your map, Odie, unravels it. This building right over here.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. They said something about some type of god. I really don't pay attention to that stuff because, like, ugh, you know?
What was the image of? Do you remember?
White dude, big beard, tall.
I don't
Seems
really narrows it
generic.
down.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's... God. If you're going to be a god, why not make yourself look, like, colorful and badass and cool? You know? Like... He's wearing a dress, which is okay, but, like, not a pretty dress.
I think Ebenezer's probably the only one here that has religion.
He is, yeah. Unfortunately.
I have history and all. I have all the other nature. I have history and Arcana, but I do not have all religions. So we'll have to wait for Ebenezer to show up to find out who the bearded man in a dress is. I can make a guess, but I don't think I'm not. Wild Easian might know, but he doesn't study religion. So, all right, now I'm out of questions. I'm sorry. I keep finding new questions to ask your friend
Oh,
Anvar.
questions don't
That's
bother me
okay.
at all.
It's just-
God damn it.
Don't worry, it's sneezing again. It's a rotation, one for each of you. Going
Now she's
around.
stealing my map again.
No.
Apparently, I drew the hell out of this map. I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, it's no problem. I really don't mind any questions. And she flips a gambling chit in the air and just catches it.
Oh. That's a nice gambling chip. Can I have that so I can go use it later?
Isn't this a button?
No, it's not a button.
What use is it?
So you can go gamble with it.
Do you have a button?
Don't think so.
Mm.
I give Nishian my button for so he can pay for his gambling shit.
Thank you, Fred.
You're welcome.
Ooh, nice button. And she just drops the chit and takes the button. Puts it in the pocket.
All right, it's time to leave.
That's a really nice button. Thank you. I'm gonna sew that on my shirt.
As a thief who travels with a kender, as soon as we get outside, I'm gonna immediately check all of my gear.
Yeah.
To make sure that nothing's missing.
And just so you know, that's racist. But yeah.
Yeah, it is. I admit it.
I resemble that mark.
Yes, you do. It's why I was at least polite enough to do it after we left her house or her shop. All right. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, Fred.
No, I was just gonna say on our way out, can I just buy back my arrow because I kind of want my arrow back. And she said she wanted gold, so I'm gonna offer her 3 gold for my arrow.
1 arrow?
Yeah, she said she wanted gold.
No, she
I
didn't.
feel bad.
Yeah,
I
she
thought
did.
Oh,
she
yeah,
did.
no, she is poor. She is poor. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to offer her 3 gold for my arrow.
Oh, I mean, sure, but I'm selling that bundle of arrows over there for like 1 gold.
Oh, well, can I take all of them?
Yeah, take the bundle of arrows.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I
I
don't
still
need
wanna
them.
give her-
They kind of like cut up my cubicles a little bit, you know?
I still want to give her the 3 gold though. She'll take it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I guess now I can buy food. Weird. This culture is the weirdest, you know? Anyways,
Yeah.
good luck, everybody. Take care. She just waves you all by.
Bye.
As soon as she closes the shop door, she like watches you through the window as you're checking all your belongings and just waves. Yeah, it's the pitten. The only thing she took from you was the pitten and the chit.
Okay.
And Fran, the only thing she took from you was the arrow, and Advar, the only thing she took from you was the map. So, you're good.
Right.
It is the cost of doing business with Kenders. They just steal random shit. Does not matter what the value of it is. Though buttons are more valuable than anything else. That's like platinum to them. So, where do we want to go to first? The person who was asking all those questions about, Teddy? No, not Teddy. Tracken.
Well, Tracken was the cobbler. Andy was the person they were asking about.
Andy was the yeah.
Andy's the gnome, Tracking the cobbler, the mayor, and then this guy.
My suggestion would be Tracken, just
Mhm.
because I think it's a straightforward thing.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a lot of prep because I don't think we want to like just go straight to this guy and like accuse him. We want to have some information and whatnot. And he might not be associated, like it might just be a thing from the past, but the cobbler does seem the most pressing lead.
Yeah. Because maybe the cobbler will point us to the same guy, and then we've got some confirmation. All right, a Tracken we will go.
Alrighty. Well, as you all begin tracking after tracking, I think we can go ahead and take our break here. So hopefully, Ebenezer will be here by the time we get back.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back, everybody. back, everybody. So, time for you to walk over to Tracken's house. Now, you told me to remind you, Neeson, so I'm reminding you that you need to ask Ebenezer about his religious knowledge.
Ebenezer, the Kender we were talking to that does the glass was working on stained glass for a church of a tall bearded man in a dress. What god is that?
You may roll a religion check.
Thank you.
And this is where their church is, though I don't know that you know the town all that well, but Odvar has it on his map.
Yeah, I know where in the area it is.
Tall man dress. Oh, that would be tall man dress. Tall man dress. That would be an 11. I mostly know Mishiko.
Yeah, you're not proficient, are you?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you know Mishikal, and I mean, that sounds very generic. Tall man, probably has a beard. Like, you can envision him.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm sure I've seen it, picture somewhere, but nothing of any consequence. Just pissed off again.
Nobody in the party.
I guess we'll just have to visit it later and see if we can figure it out.
Yeah. I'm not big on the religion. I'm into nature.
Yes, but if you ever want any information on Mishiko, I'm more than happy. She is one that helps to restore things that were lost, and she's goddess of compassion and love, healing, restoration.
Mm.
Known as the Blue Lady, and
So not a man in a dress.
not a man in a dress, no, and would not be mistaken for a man by any means.
Okay.
But I will. Yes, we can maybe check that out later. Figure it out.
Yeah. But yeah, right now we need to go talk to the cobbler because we found muddy boot prints at the site of the Kender's glass blowing shop where she had some of her stuff missing, and they were apparently from very well made boots. So, and they're small size for like small folk. They were like up on a shelf.
Yes. And then after, maybe we can get something to eat. I'm suddenly having a craving for peach cobbler. Well, off to the shoe store.
Da, 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 da. You all wander over to Tracken's. This middle-aged human with a perpetual hunch, as if he spent too many years bent over a workbench. Fingers are stained with dark leather dyes, and his hands show the rough, callous signs of a lifetime in his trade. Despite his rife exterior, he seems to have a meticulous attention to detail, evident in his shop, which is rows of neatly arranged tools, perfectly polished boots on display, and walls lined with rolls of leather. He has dark, keen eyes that dart around the shop constantly, accessing every detail and the newest customers walking in. As you walk in, he straightens, stepping upwards with a earth-toned, cloth-based outfit that's practical but well-made. Flashy accessories like the silvered buckles over his shoes seem to sit as the only dominant features within his outfit. Hello, welcome to Tracken's. What can I do for you today?
Yes.
Where the hell are your shoes?
What?
One of the two of you don't wear shoes. I believe Fran, you don't wear shoes?
Yeah, I was gonna say I wear shoes.
Fran's probably eating.
Okay. Well, we were looking for any information you might be able to tell us about a certain pair of shoes. I'll kind of describe the shoes from what I could glean. You know, the size and the craftsmanship. Trying to see if you knew anybody who had commissioned a pair of boots like that recently.
Sorry guys, but customer confidentiality is a thing, especially when it comes to commissions. I'm sure you understand a lot of people like their privacy when you have to buy, things because your boots have different sizes or whatever reasons.
Nobody's asking you to do anything weird, and nobody's gonna know that this. You just need to point us in a direction.
I'd know.
And I'd know, and I would be appreciative.
Roll me a persuasion. Nobody helped you.
Yeah, nobody
Well,
is.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for a pause. I can't
Okay.
interrupt.
Yes, you can. Yeah, go ahead. What were you saying?
Look, we're investigating the thefts amongst all the rest of your fellow artisans in the guild. These footprints, and I'm gonna minor illusion the footprint.
Do
Were
you have any
found-
painting proficiency?
I have calligraphy and I have minor illusion. That's really big.
Roll me a calligrapher's check then. Let's see how well you can replicate them specifically.
Stick figure family of shoe prints.
Calligraphy with what?
Wisdom, this is your memory. Or intelligence, this is your memory.
That's better. Aha! 24!
Noise.
Alright, continue.
This footprint was found at the scene of the crime of one of the thefts in a very odd place that would lead to it to be not just random foot traffic. And we're hoping maybe you can give us a lead so that we can help your fellow members of your guild.
Alright. Now, either one of you... Actually, we're counting this... Reading through the DMG, one thing I did pick up was group activities. You're both rolling.
Okay. Do you see they got rid of flanking in DMG?
I did.
Are you going to get rid of flanking?
As of now, yes. But that's going to be one of the very first things brought up when we go over, like, what do we want to add in. Flanking was really good. But there's a lot of... there's nuance here. There's nuance here.
I heard part of the reason, and I don't disagree. Nat 20.
I don't necessarily agree. That's the problem I have. Yeah, it's... Anyways, let's
can
focus
talk
on the
about it
now.
later.
Yeah. I'm not even halfway done the book yet. I'm reading, analyzing, note-taking. It's a fucking mess on my other table. But... as the two of you are trying to be, honest with him, he sees the illusion that you put up, and he those are definitely created, not generic at all. Threaded. The tread marks seem to be custom work. I probably have done something like that. Alright, even or odds? I'm even, so if I roll odd, I get 2 more rerolls. Everyone else gets a viewer inspiration. Thank you, Goose.
Oh, thank you.
Make sure you
Thank
lay that
you.
down, everyone.
Goose.
Thanks, Goose.
Thanks, Goose.
So, you understand customer confidentiality is very important. Most of my clientele that commissions me, they pay really well for that. However, none of you are those weird people that want to do things to shoes or feet, right?
Just wear them and protect my feet from the elements.
I would like a pair of shoes that have like the opposite soles, so it looks like I have like backwards feet.
We can talk about that. I cannot reveal to you my tread history. He places a book down in front of him. However, I can go fetch my tools for the next couple of minutes. And then measure your shoe size for that commission. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. And he walks into the back, leaving the ledger right there on the table.
Start looking through the ledger.
Anybody have cobblers? Probably not. Nobody ever takes cobblers.
No.
I
like
always take
cobblers.
it. I always take it. And now it's
Apple.
really good.
Yeah.
It's really good now.
Sit.
Advantage on acrobatics once a day, pretty much.
If you have good shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know how to take care of your shoes. They're always really good. So, I need you to roll me a, well, this is actually an investigation. You are looking for the proper information.
I'm gonna use my human for the day. Where is that? I already lost investigation. That's better. 18.
You begin flipping through, and you find treads on multiple pages that look indicative to these ones. However, they're made for larger creatures, you know, your size of shoe, bigger, slightly smaller. You're looking for one that is made for small creature, somebody much, much smaller or younger. As you are going through, you find that there's only one commissioned pair of boots recently commissioned by one Robert Townsend. You see that these unusually small, reinforced for durability and made with added grip to allow for climbing and sneaking across uneven surfaces. The notes here seem to be making up for the custom size for a smaller footed creature specifically. And even notes down that it's supposed to be a goblin who is wearing them. But the commission came through the office of Mayor Townsend.
Interesting. It seems the mayor might be setting her up for failure.
Maybe he's trying to get away with not having to pay, or to not get it actually done.
Yeah.
18 will also warrant you to know that the specific leather utilized is cow leather, which is normal, but the stain is a brown stain, not a black stain. Which you all being proficient in stealth, except for Ebenezer, or maybe you're even proficient.
I am. I suck.
Okay.
But I'm proficient.
All of you proficient in it know that wearing black makes you a contrast in the dark. Wearing dark brown blends you into the night.
Mhm.
Yes. And yeah, you're looking for stained brown shoes made out of cow's leather.
You don't have a pair of fancy shoes in your bag, do you, Fran? You're shifty, so you know.
Shifty.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Your headset's up. Yeah. You know a lot of shifty things, Fran.
I think you are projecting.
Am I? Didn't you steal my book?
I think you left it out.
Uh-huh.
Besides, why would I want to deny anybody the thirst for knowledge?
You never answered my question. You got a pair of fancy shoes in your bag?
I do not. I have one pair of boots and they're on my feet.
oh, you wear shoes? I thought.
Oh wait, do I?
I don't know. That's up to you.
Oh, Sunday. It was Sunday group that had.
Sunday they don't wear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3 of the party members don't wear shoes on Sunday.
Don't wear shoes on Sunday.
We don't wear shoes on Sundays.
Right.
Okay.
My favorite part of the whole interaction was mic down, side eye. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, this is what I have to say.
Seems like the mayor's our next best lead then.
Mhm.
All
He
right,
definitely has some involvement.
I'm coming back in. And he walks around the corner. Please sit on this stool here. And he pulls out a stool for you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me measure your. Please take your shoes. When was the last time you had these shoes fixed?
I don't know.
How old are they?
I don't know. You come across some shoes, you switch them up. Other than that, you just kind of work with what you got.
I'll never understand Kender. Ever. Anyways, he'll take off the shoes and begin taking the measurements of your feet. Oh. Your left foot is about an inch longer than the right. Interesting.
Hmm.
I can definitely make you a commissioned pair of boots. They'll work way better than the ones that you are currently wearing. It shouldn't cost you more than, say, 10 gold.
What the hell? I'll do it.
Very well. Do you have a
Just
preference
make
of leather?
sure that the soles are switched, so my left foot has got a right-footed sole. I want to fuck with people trying to follow my tracks.
It's an additional 5 gold for me to add in the sneaking capacities.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
This is going to be hilarious.
And you can't mention it to anyone. I do not do
Oh, I
business
won't.
like this.
I want people to be fucking just confused.
I just think of Kender's walking backwards with people all the time.
No, not backwards. Literally, like they're pointed the right direction, but they're just on the other.
Oh, I was thinking.
I thought they were backwards.
Yeah, so
No,
it looks like you're
it's what I
walking this way while everybody's walking this way. Like, okay, so vice versa. You're okay. Your left foot is your right. Your right is your left. I got
Yeah.
you now.
Because if you just put them on backwards, they could tell by the way I step that I'm not actually walking backwards. But this is gonna just like, in a jumble of prints, it's not gonna make any sense.
I could. Might be good to get my boots resold as well. Can I bring them back later? Obviously, I need to wear them now, but.
Yeah, of course. If you want to commission me, I can just measure you up. If you need them resold, I can give you a lender pair.
Oh, that would be great. Maybe we can do that. That'd
Yeah,
be
no
perfect.
problem, no problem. And he has a bunch of other ones on the shelves that'll take your boots and give you the other ones. And when he looks at these, he goes, "That is very... How old are these?"
Ancient. They're quite ancient.
Remarkably well maintained. Huh. You must water them on the regular.
Yes, but as you can see, they are getting rest of my outfit's getting a bit old, but I do try to maintain when I can.
I've got it. Okay, take these ones temporarily. I'll need them back. When you pick these ones up.
Thank you. And how much do I owe you now?
For fixing up the boots, 2 gold.
All right.
You can pay upon return.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anyone else? Very well.
No, I'm good.
Well then, take care, and I hope you found what you need.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna really like these boots. So how long is it gonna take?
You have to give me 5 days.
Sounds good.
Right, see ya. He just waves you guys goodbye.
Wave goodbye, and we head out. Right. Which direction do we go now? And I look at Nees and Fran and Odie.
You had the mayor's address, right, Audemars?
Well, I think there's a. Is there a mayor's mansion in the city, or does he have a personal residence?
He would probably have a personal residence. The previous building that belonged to mayor or lord of the city, king of the city, he's a mayor of a specific district. He's not a king of Palanthas. He would have.
He's like an alderman or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for people who don't understand, nobility, they just call themselves, "Yeah, I'm the mayor."
Oh, that's right. The house she gave you was to somebody else. It wasn't to the mayor.
Correct.
Do we know anybody that we could ask who would know about the mayor? Like people that work for him? Because we don't necessarily need to talk to the mayor. We just need to figure out who's working for him and lean on them. The mayor's protected. He's got those bodyguards and all that good stuff.
I know he's an ex-thief. Do I know anything about him? Was he part of the same organization, a different one?
No, he was more independent.
Okay.
Yeah. But he is noteworthy, and, well, now he is a mayor, so.
Might be able to ask somebody in my organization. They might know.
Yeah, or any reason why he doesn't want the church to get fixed, or is he trying to put some sort of protection racket on the artisan guild?
We could go to the church.
Yeah, church is a good next step too. See if maybe we can spot anything at the church.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Maybe we'll run into him and we could follow him home.
All right. So you guys head on over to the church. As you get outside of the church, anybody proficient in religion, which none of you are, could have rolled to know what religion this was. But as you look at them, out here in Old City, there's not many churches. There was an entire district called the Old Temple District that you might remember. That is where the temples would be. These would be smaller shrines closer to the Noble's Hills and Lord's Way, so that individuals who don't want to go and, well, have mass with the masses can do so. And as you travel, you get over to one of these such shrines where you see this very serene and beautiful looking location. It has a handful of individuals seated inside, laying down on ornate small carpets and bowing their heads slowly at a well, shrine to a austere and bearded figure. As they are doing so, you notice outside of the building that there appears to be some scaffolding and individuals that are trying to rebuild the stone structures of it, as well as where the large pane glass window on the outside would be, just large tarps thrown over it instead. As you all walk up, one of the local guards looks over at you all, takes note of your wristband, Ebenezer, and just lets you guys do what you're doing.
Get my hat. All right. Now where to start? Fran? Neeson, any ideas?
Are they chanting anything or saying any prayers? Can we pick out any names out of what they're...
Oh, they're not
praying?
saying a word. They're all just bowing their heads, going through a repetitive cycle.
Silent temple.
So here's an
Val.
interesting question, because I've been to the city before and I kind of know my way around. So these are like almost like private type rich person shrine churches.
Yeah.
Is there like rivalry between these churches?
Are you
do the
proficient in
rich
religion?
No.
You have
But
no-
I might heard like how certain families are like, they're basically having this like cold war of like, my church is better than your church.
I might have heard is a bard's excuse.
It's true.
Yes.
It's worth asking.
Are there other windows surrounding the window that was being made that would depict other scenes that we could put together what the scene was that was supposed to be made?
No.
Or is that
all
another
of
religion
the
check?
all of the windows were destroyed.
All the windows are destroyed. Okay.
Remember, this area was a one of the sites where one of the winged ones were attacked.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Are the other shrines under repair?
Yes, they are.
So all the... so multiple shrines are under repair, not just this one.
What
so
if-
it's- Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I'm sorry. What about the floor? Are there any designs in the floor? Is there kind of like marbled floor, or is it just dirt floor?
Oh. They in this one it is a wooden floor, which is unique. They use wooden panels all the way across to the other side. And it appears as the entry point happens that there's this little shelf on the right side where you would take off your shoes and place them there. Nobody inside seems to be wearing shoes.
Okay.
Do we see the shoes?
Perception check.
Steal those shoes.
17.
Ooh, that's not
No,
very
you
good.
don't, but you look very closely, and while you were doing so, you hear somebody just like whisper and then walks over to you all. Can you please leave people's shoes alone? We don't need any more of those fetishists.
Excuse me. Not originally. I'm not. You are the second person today that has mentioned something about fetishes and feet, and it sounds really weird to me that someone would have that. But is there a reason why it's so commonly heard of today? Why?
It's not just today, it's recently. For some reason, it's just sparked out of nowhere. There's been a litany of individuals stealing shoes and fantasizing over it. It's just...
Oh, it's rather disgusting. I mean, not to. But yes.
We judge here.
Okay.
It is a church.
Oh, we be judging.
Well, I say don't yuck somebody else's yum, but y'all just be judgy all you want.
That is our job and responsibility for the masses. To judge
You,
them.
you would think they would at least go to a thrift store and buy something rather than stealing someone's.
Not quite sure why, but I'm sure they have their reasons. Anyways, have you come here to perhaps join in on our prayers today?
We were just curious about the construction and any issues you're having. We know that the glass blower's tools had disappeared, and Mayor Townsend had been making inquiries about her ability to complete. What association does he have with what you're doing here?
I'm sorry, are you here for prayer, or are you here to interrogate me about the great Mayor Townsend?
No. So again, we're not originally from here, but we, like many others in the city, have moved here. And forgive me, I'm Ebenezer, and we're the cleaning crew. That's Nizan, Fran, Odie, and we were walking, and this magnificent structure looked good. And we came in here to inquire about who was being worshipped here, and to see the architecture. Shame about the windows, by the way. And while we were here, it occurred to Odie here that maybe we should ask. But what church is this for again? It's a magnificent structure.
Roll me persuasion.
Come on. When was our last rest? I forget.
We had a rest before. We went to the Artisans Guild.
Okay, so then I will go ahead and use my human. Come on. Why didn't you roll? Try it again. Oops, wrong one. Hold on. Persuasion. Why aren't you rolling? Okay, hold on. I'm bugged. Okay, let's try it again. I'm not seeing anything roll. Are you guys seeing anything roll?
No, I'm not seeing anything roll.
I see a bunch of typing, no rolls.
Let me see. Okay, let me try it again. Let's see if that fixed it. Persuasion. There we go.
24. Yeah, he forgot he had to just tip the dev, so he rolls high.
Yeah.
So, he nods his head. We here are the House of Gillian, the Sage of Balance. Once there was a extensive library, but it was completely confiscated and destroyed by nefarious individuals after the War of the Lance. Now the only thing we have is our reflection on the word of our Lord Gillian and our pursuit of those lost knowledges. The good Mayor Townsend has been generous enough to assist in the rebuilding of our church here, finding funds from across the city and their own pockets, I presume, in order to help us rebuild and even reconstruct the mural outside. He's a great and honorable man, even if he doesn't seem like that when you first speak to him.
Okay. And is he only helping your church, or is he helping the others that are also under repair?
I don't know all of his dealings. However, he does seem to have some influence over at the sanctuary of Kiri Jaloth, or Jolith. Kiri Jolith. as well as the other one for the Hall of Reorcs.
Tis a shame about the library. You said it was... Are there any other libraries in the lands that would be large that Gillian had, or?
Well, not specifically for just him, but we do have a library here in Palanthas. Just, it is shut down for reconstructive purposes. Uh-huh.
So, out of character, Gillian is the father of my god, Luntari. Do I know anything about Gillian? Or no, because I don't have religion, which is fine.
You would know at least, like, small factoids about them. Like, not any of the deep lore knowledge, but you would know, like, small factoids. If the religion is correlated, then yeah.
Is there any beef between Gillian and these other gods?
If only you had a religious expert to ask.
I thought maybe he might have picked up one of those little, oh, he doesn't get along with this one or whatever.
No.
I'm going to ask the guy we're talking to. So out of curiosity, with all of these gods sharing shrine space, do all these gods typically get along?
No, of course not. Those that belong to the Sword of Justice and the Forge Father very frequently butt heads with one another. However, the Sage of Balance is one who has always stayed within the neutrality of things, knowing it is important to maintain knowledge and balance through all hardships. Carry on scrolls, tomes, information, legacy, histories, so that future generations can learn from the previous. But of course, all of our records have been destroyed. Taken by nefarious individuals after the war.
I'm slightly familiar with Rorix and Gillian, as I was raised in the faith of Ludari, but I can't say I've ever heard of Carrie Joeth.
That is the name of this sanctuary. Kirijoleth is the Sword of Justice. That is their name, but it is the identifier of the sanctuary. He is a god of honor, justice, and courage, a symbol of hope during war.
The Bison of Heaven.
Well, do you happen to know where the mayor lives? We wanted to speak with him.
He has a home not very far away from here.
Ah, wonderful.
However, I'm not sure if he's accepting random visitors. There is the mayoral office, of course. I'm sure you can run into one of his employees there.
I mean, we're trying to solve the problem that his craftsman is having to help fulfill his commission for the House of Gillian. So we were hoping maybe it would just be easier to ask him, because maybe he would know of someone that would target them to try and stop this being produced.
Roll me a persuasion. Oh, you're doing something for me.
21.
Y'all are on fire with your persuasions tonight. Holy shit.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, right?
Happy, but surprised.
Your group is likable.
That's rare for any of Joey's groups.
I know.
Normally, it's one really deceptive person and a bunch of dicks.
Yeah. Usually, the deceptive guy is one of the dicks. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just the other ones are dicks and they can't lie about it.
Oh my god, it's funny. Jeff is hilarious. Anyways, I will let you know. The mayor does not stay at his home very often. He mostly leaves it there for his wife, his children. He's usually out and about, speaking with different members of the community, meeting with individuals. However, he does have a employee who can always find him. This individual is over at his mayoral office. Side pieces, please. This person always has track of the mayor's dealings, where he's out and about. In cases of emergency, can go forth and summon him for you if you need be. However, I will forewarn you that speaking to him directly is, he's not somebody you would expect to work for a mayor.
Why exactly is that?
His mouth is about as foul as an outhouse. Not very likable in most situations, and in fact, I think his only job is just to keep track of where the mayor is at all times.
Could you describe this person so that we could find them when we go to the mayor's office?
Yes, of course. Maybe about 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet. Kender.
The mayor's assistant is a Kender.
Yes,
Very progressive choice.
I agree. And how he trained it to stay still, I would never know.
Just look at Oddvar when she calls the Kender an it.
Yep.
Yeah. As a player, I'm for some reason having flashes of the Trouble with Tribbles from Star Trek, and just imagining suddenly all these Kenders start popping up all over the city.
Oh, God.
Hey, John, we're talking shit.
Do me or Oddvar, as the people that have spent the most time in this town, know where the mayor's office is?
Yes, it is closer to Lord's Way specifically. It's only a couple of blocks from where you're at.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your help. We're hoping that we can get a swift resolution to these issues and get your window fixed.
I appreciate it. And if any of you are interested in coming by for any of our sermons or learning more of our religion, we know that these trying times, perhaps faith will help you quite a bit getting through it.
Understood. We appreciate the offer. Or I do.
I might come back for information about Gilligan. I'm sorry, I did not catch your name.
You may refer to me as Father Red.
Father Red.
Yes.
You are the head priest here at the temple?
Currently, yes. Our other is currently currently busy. Words don't want to work.
Predisposed?
Yeah. I tried, it wasn't happening.
Thank you very much for your time. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
Of course. Take care and make sure you're not sniffing anybody's shoes again.
Mm-hmm.
You smell so sexy.
All right,
Think
you have
easy is good.
disadvantage on your next check. Epic disadvantage.
You say I'm thinking Deezian might need to develop a foot fetish.
Oh,
Just to play into this.
like all rogues.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's gonna invent the prehistoric wiki feet.
Oh no. We don't need that.
Just carved drawings. I have calligraphers.
So,
All right, mayor's office.
Mayor's office.
I don't know. I mean, as we're walking away, I don't know what we'll get. We found who we're looking for. We know his connection. I don't know if we go to the office, we're gonna get any information right now. Do we try to follow him, or?
We could try and do that.
I'm not seeing the angle here. Like, why? If he's helping fix the window, why would he steal? I'm having trouble.
I don't disagree. It's fairly obvious that the Kender is who he bought the shoes for,
Yeah.
just for the size. But we could try one of two things. We could either try following this goblin or this Kender if they ever leave, or we could wait till night and try and break into the mayor's office and see if maybe there's any paperwork that might shed some light on. You're right. I have no idea what his game would be.
Because there's
at this
still
point.
the other guy. We know where his house is. We haven't looked into him at all.
That's true. We could do that first.
I'm.
So Ebenezer, since you weren't here, the person that was the item that was stolen from the Kender glassblower was a gift from a gnome, and somebody else had been inquiring about all the gnome's old property when the gnome left, and this person, that Kender, told Oddvar where their house is, and that's the house we're talking about.
Okay.
We could scope out there first and see if we can spot anything there and see if maybe anybody recognizes him, or talk to his neighbors and see if he has a foot fetish or something.
How does one bring that up in casual conversation?
Has the guy ever asked to sniff your feet?
No.
Something like that. You just gotta blurt it out and hope for the best.
Does he weirdly stare at your feet a lot?
I look up. I'm kidding.
I look down.
I only make eye contact for the first time the campaign.
This might all just be a big circle, and that guy
It could be.
works
So
for the mayor.
this house that we're going to, any ideas what kind of questions we're going to ask, or what specifically we're trying to get them to do?
We'll just be asking what their interest was in the gnome Andy and any of his property, because some of it went missing, and we're investigating that.
Yes, are we gonna? So we could go that route, and just straight out investigation and asking questions, or that's probably the better route. I'm not as good at subterfuge and misdirection.
Yeah, at this point, I'm still trying to narrow down the angle, and there's also still all the other artisans that are they involved in any of these church restorations? Like, what connects all? Other than the fact that they're all artisans, what is their connection? Because not every artisan has been affected.
And how well does this person know Andy? Did I just get those two mixed up?
Andy was the gnome who left this
Right.
item to the Kender.
And
They seem to have been friends.
Okay.
Yes.
And now she's running his shop because he's gone.
And she's sticking there because her father is ill.
Okay.
And Oddvar seems to know the Kender.
No,
I don't.
Oh,
that's
you
just
didn't?
Kender's.
Oh, that's just Kender. Oh,
That's
okay.
just yeah. Tunisian Oddvar seems to
Nesian
know
thought
her.
Nesian thought they knew each other.
They all know each other.
Yeah, sure.
That's racist.
Hey, weren't you at that one party? Probably.
So, and then there's some other guy who was interested in Andy the Gnome's stuff. And then everything else so far has pointed us to the mayor. He's the one that hired it, and it really looks like he was the one who bought the shoes for his assistant to steal the magical lenses that the Kender needs.
Okay.
But we have not looked into any of the other thefts of what was stolen.
Well, maybe we should look at into the other thefts, and then maybe we can start weaving these threads together.
Yeah, I was just reviewing like what was stolen. It's glass blowing tools, some chunk of magic ironwood or something,
Mm-hmm.
miscellaneous gems, and then some like armor molds.
Yes.
Fran's ready to show what a real interrogation looks like.
I don't think we're at the kidnap mayor stage yet, Fran. We may get there, but I don't think we're quite ready on that let's kidnap the mayor of the town level yet.
Whatever, we'll just play the game however you want to play the game.
I'm listening to your suggestions, and I will take them under advisement. I just vote against them for now.
Yeah. So, okay.
So I vote we go back then to the merchants or the artisans guild, talk to the other artisans, see if there's some other thread we can find that links to the threads we already know.
Agreed.
So back to the Artisans Guild?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna get really tired walking around this town.
That's good for our health.
You might have
Still
a user
craving
does have a donkey you could be using.
Yep. And I do still have that hankering for peach cobbler. Oh. Maybe not cobbler anymore with the talk of feet. Peach pie. In real life, though, cobbler would be amazing right now in this cold weather.
I'm working on a joke, it's just not there yet.
You still gotta cobble it together. Oh!
Again. Anyways, you guys walk all the way back. And, yeah, as you get there, your feet are fucking sore. You get into the guild hall. As you notice a couple of familiar faces. Whom do you wish to go speak to?
Alright, let's see.
I'll go to the chairman.
All right. Hey, have you got any progress with everything you've been trying to find?
There's a lot of loose threads around. Right now we're kind of seeing a lot of weird things with Mayor Townsend. Sort of, I don't know.
Mayor Townsend.
Yeah, he seems to be involved in some sort of church restoration, but he might be involved in the disappearance of the glass blowing supplies, which is going to make his restoration impossible. Like it's getting weird. We just don't see the connection between what is being taken.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, the mayor is the one who came to all of us to start working on different various projects.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all.
So
The projects that he's having you work on, are they all related in any means, or they were just separate projects?
few of them for the churches. Our masons were doing work on the churches. A couple of the blacksmiths were doing work for them as well, mostly for outfitting their newer members joining the orders. Glassblower, I mean, you already know about her. She was working on the mural. Or, sorry,
Here's a more specific question.
Yeah?
Who has the mayor contacted to do work for them, and are those the only people who have had their stuff stolen?
Let me go look. And he goes and opens up his ledger. Note keeping, everybody. It's good. Starts flipping through.
Because I'm thinking maybe the mayor isn't as, like, well off as he wants people to think. Like, he's commissioning all these things, but oh no, they can't be completed, so I don't have to pay for them.
Or someone's trying to throw people off. That's not the mayor.
Yeah, he has 19 open commissioned works currently. 19.
That's a lot.
It is, but the city needs it. And the money seems to be coming from the mayor's office, so...
Yeah, I don't see it. I'm trying to figure out some connection to follow up with. Anyone else have any thoughts?
Yeah, I think we need to investigate the others. I think we can't just grab one thread and run to the end. We need to see how they weave together. Perhaps we should speak with, we didn't talk to the Ironwood person yet, right?
To who?
No. Torn Feldspar.
No. He was kind of a dick yet last time.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine a man who's being this charitable and this helpful is doing it for nefarious deeds or reasons.
Yes, I can't imagine it
Yeah,
either.
we're just trying to follow up.
Maybe the Kender who's working for the mayor is just swiping shit, and the mayor doesn't even know about it.
The plot thread
That'd be kind of
it's
funny.
just the Kender.
It's just the Kender.
Oh yeah, I have that. Yes.
Yes, let's go speak with T name. Torin? Tillian Torin? You know, the one that was being a Richard.
Torn Feldspar.
Right down the hall, he's utilizing our forge right now since many of his equipment was stolen.
Yes. Now, Torin was what was... What was the name of... I'm sorry. I don't have my notes in front of me. What was the name of the guy that... The blacksmith that we helped out?
Leonard Jackson.
Okay.
They're on the map.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's go talk to Torin.
You guys walk into his chamber where he's just whacking away, trying to shape some piece of metal. You all walk in and he just immediately stops. All right, finally, you're getting my perspective.
Yes, I would love to hear your perspective.
I am full of opinions.
Fantastic. We're here to listen and
It's that
take your opinion.
damn Kender, I swear. She's just cleft in everything, stealing it without any remorse. We should never have even let her into the guild hall to begin with.
Yeah, you're probably right. Question. Let's say that Kender did not exist. And of course, you're obviously right. I do think that they are the ones that are behind this. But let's just play imaginary and say that they never existed and they weren't part of it.
Right. For this part, deception, but then continue. Let's just assume you're right.
Let's assume you're right. Who else do you think could have done it? And I'll roll my deception. Yeah. Oh, let me make sure it's not on. Normal roll. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, why aren't you rolling? Oh, I did roll. I just didn't hear it. Okay, yeah, 10.
10. Alright, he's a -1. I know when someone's being condescending to me. Eat shit and go arrest that Kender.
Yes, we will, and I'm sorry, I was... Look, you know how the higher-ups are. We have to... Oftentimes, when people are employed and their boss, and people that hire them tell them to uncover and dig through everything, don't leave a stone unturned and all that, whether you agree with them or not. Sometimes you just have to do... Have you ever had to make a... No, you probably not. I was just going to say, have you ever had to make an item that you knew wasn't going to be right just because someone wanted it specifically that way and you tried to explain that that's not the right way, but you had to do it anyway?
Yeah, get on with it. What do you want?
Yeah. Well, we're just trying to help out here. I want to try to help you find your ironwood and figure that out. And I know it's the Kender, but I have an inkling that someone else might be involved with that Kender.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. Maybe somebody's trying to undermine the guild. They want to weaken the artisan guild and deprive us of our tools so that we become reliant on them or something. Force us into debt. Perhaps someone's trying to monopolize the market. Make sure that whoever they're bringing in and other tradespeople who aren't a part of the guild can make all the money while we starve. Maybe they're constructing something in secrecy and just needed the items. Who knows? All I know is that somebody has something to gain for stealing our shit.
Great ideas. I'm writing these down just so that I can say, well, we looked at this and this, but we know it's the... Yes, thank you.
One of those damn new age bleeding hearts.
And by the way, just curious, what did the mayor have you? What did he commission you to make?
Is that any of your business?
Well, again, when we go to talk to them, they're gonna ask, "Well, did you find out what?"
I was working on a new forge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of the You know, it's actually funny. So, the Forge Father, right? Hall of Uruks. Their forge was completely decimated and destroyed. Like some type of creature just completely ripped it apart physically and threw it asunder. Probably one of the winged ones. And as that is the focal point of their religion, it's been hard for a lot of dwarves to, well, really represent their creation and craft and hone it even better. So I was commissioned to be working on that, and I would have been absolutely ecstatic to make that forge again. You know, you'd be surprised at how much, well, metal work goes into something like that. You have to utilize the proper types of stones that are treated and heated to bear these incredible temperatures that would, well, they'd completely crisp your whiskers off. And on top of that, the anvil needed to be built. I got a little bit ways into that, but it's just so much to get done. I'm still waiting for the next portion of my payment before I would even have to begin. It was delayed by like a week or so, but now we should be fine.
Does the loss of the ironwood impact your ability to make this item for the mayor?
Ironwood is the only thing that I have in my toolkit that would allow me to build an anvil.
Okay, so it was supposed to go into. It was supposed to make the anvil.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if someone's either targeting the mayor or targeting the churches is also a possibility.
Ironwood is the only wood that doesn't burn. And you need that soft, smooth, controlled area to be able to have a region that you are crafting on top of with your weapons. Yeah, go for
This
it.
is all-
Frank. You're allowed to speak. Go for it.
Sorry, I did not want to interrupt. So, okay. So the mayor is commissioning these artisans to make these things for these churches. Maybe the whole point was to unify the churches. However, these things aren't getting made. Now there's a lot of dissent and people are accusing other people, and now it's pitting people against each other. Maybe that was the point. Maybe it wasn't necessarily the mayor that is causing this, but somebody framing the mayor by stealing these items to cause the dissent and making it look like the mayor. Again, stretch, I don't know, but I think that maybe there was something to do with him trying to bring everybody together and then somebody trying to cause everybody to fight now.
It's a good theory, but I still think it's the Kender behind all this. So thank
Yeah,
you
it's
very much.
Obviously, the Kender.
Yes. Thank you very much for all the good information. We hope to find your ironwood soon, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I think there might be something to Fran's theory, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's not the Kender that's trying to screw with the mayor.
I think he's saying that just to get this guy to shut up.
Oh,
and
okay.
keep going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, like, your theory is very sound. He's an ignorant guy who has too many opinions and doesn't listen to anybody else's.
All right. Sorry, I wasn't here for most of it.
We know the type.
Yep. Shall we? And then as we leave and go out, Fran, that is a great idea. I'm just wondering, you guys, if we might not want to throw our theories out in front of people, because maybe they're part of something, and we might be giving them extra information so that they know where we're at. But great theory, Fran. Absolutely great theory.
What's Oddvar stealing? All right.
Oh, did you take something from him, Hodvar? More pliers.
I didn't get the pliers the last time.
Now you have pliers. As you guys are walking out, you just hear, "Where the fuck are my pliers?"
I just keep walking.
Yep.
All right. Larry Copperspark next. He was the
Yes.
last victim.
Yes, we could do that. And I was thinking the same thing, Fran, that there's something to this. They were building a forge for the religion, and something more detailed is involved here. Something big. Where do you think we should head next, Fran?
Oh,
Same. Do you think we should go to the same person Neeson was just mentioning, or? And of course, as I'm sure you know, I was trying to throw that guy off our trail, and he's very opinionated, and I don't want him saying things and whatnot.
yeah. No, I think that we should go to where Neesian said.
What was the guy's name, Neeson?
Larry Copperspark.
Larry Copperspark.
It was Valeri.
Larry.
V.A. V.
My headcanon is you actually said Larry. So you
I
go
thought,
over.
I thought Valeria was a gem merchant. Was that the same person as?
Yeah, it's Valeri Copperspark.
Okay. I listened to
gem
all of it.
merchant.
I listened to all of it this morning, but I don't know. I heard Larry the first time and Valeri the second time.
I think I corrected myself the second time I
Oh,
said
okay.
Larry. Yeah, well, Larry. So, hey, headcanon, just move forward. That's Larry. So you walk
No,
out.
we'll go with Valeri. It's fine.
Okay.
I
Larry
can change
for
my
short.
notes.
Hey, Larry. Valeri. All right, you walk in there. into the shop is ding, ding, ding. We're closing up soon. What can I help you with?
We're here at the behest of your your chairman, investigating all of the recent thefts, including, I understand, you were the most recent victim.
Oh. Wow, you guys work fast. It just happened this morning. I mean, they wrote about all of this happening, what was it, 3 weeks ago? When it started?
Who wrote about it?
The commission. It's been up for like 3 weeks.
Oh, yes, the advertisement for the job.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we're more recently in town, so...
So, Valeri is the gem cutter, correct?
Yes, he lost a collection of small gemstones in a platinum setting.
Oh, well, I was working on a very, very secretive and expensive set of pieces. So, yeah. Yeah.
Who were you working on these pieces for?
Oh, I'm not allowed to say.
Yes, confidentiality. That's what everyone has told us. But
Yes,
also everyone
it's very
that's
important.
had-
I'm glad that they're keeping with it.
Yeah, but everyone that has had stuff stolen, we have found out later, were doing the commission for the same person. And we're concerned that maybe somebody is targeting that person and their respective projects.
Well, whom's this person?
We would love to say, but confidentiality and all that. So
Oh.
maybe we can find a way that we can share information with you, and you can share information with us without breaking said confidentiality. Because we would love to be able to help you get your gems and the item you're. Oh, by the way, I'm Ebenezer, and this is Nizan and Fran and Odie, Advar, and we are the cleaning crew. So we try to come in and help out and clean up messes and whatnot.
Oh,
Not literal messes.
I think I heard about you all. You all were working for the church, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, for Majera, was it? Miraja? Mishakal? Which one?
It was. Oh, crap! I just got out of. I clicked something.
It's
got out of-
Mishakal, that's your god. Mishakal.
Yeah, it's Mishakal, but I. Let me get back into roll 20. Something happened. I don't know what happened.
God damn it. Yeah, no problem.
I moved my mouse and it clicked me out. I didn't click anything. I don't know what happened.
Stupid mouse. Clicking
Yes,
shit.
Mishakal.
Well, listen, what I'm working on belongs to a noble, a very important one. I can't just give out their names. How about this? On the count of three, on three, we both say the name that we're thinking of at the same time. Okay?
Perfect. Nizan, you say it. I'll do the counting, and you, of course, will say the name as well. So, 1, 2, and I'm going to listen really hard and watch the lips when they say it. 3.
I'm gonna mutter something incomprehensible.
She says nothing. Oh.
This must be the same. It's got to be the same person.
The who doesn't have a name?
Does the person have someone of, let's say, a shorter stature work for them?
No?
Oh.
Do you mind if I peruse your items that you have for sale here and things that you've been working on?
There's not very much here. We have simple bands. We have some necklaces, some chains. I've been working on some silver threads recently as well. But those aren't ready yet. And the first 10 sets are already sold.
Understood. And I look down at my wedding band and play with it a bit, and I've been thinking of getting this band adjusted, but I don't know if I should.
Oh, Let me see.
change it at all. And
Yeah, here, let me take a look at.
please be careful with it. No,
Yes.
take it off and hand it to her.
course. What metal is this?
I'm actually not quite certain. It was, my wife is the one that gave it to me.
Oh, my condolences. I don't recognize the metal it's made out of, but it seems very malleable. I mean, it's a precious metal, but it seems to be as sturdy as iron. Definitely not iron, though. It's too definitive. I would love to work on this for you after my tools kit brought back. No charge, of course. I'd be curious, if anything. But I can't really reveal his name, but he definitely doesn't have a shorter servant.
Okay.
Well,
yes.
while Ebernizer's distracting him with the ring, can I use my invisible mage hand and try and see if I can find, like, their books or something somewhere?
Roll that sleight of hand.
$18.
18. You obviously can't peruse it in the middle of the shop. It's not like there's a counter space for somebody to be in front of. It's mostly like the things are on the side. There's a workbench that she would be working on, and you're literally standing in the middle of the shop. But you pick up the ledger, you bring it behind yourself, and you're able to, like, tuck it away.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate the offer. I will come back for it, and I'll reach out for the ring, and I
Oh, yes, of
put it
course.
back on. Yes. I assume you've made other bands of, but you use platinum usually, right? Is that, or is that?
No,
when people-
no, that's reserved for nobility most of the time. It's so expensive to, I mean, firstly, you understand how coins are valued, right? It's their monetary value. Worth is usually what correlates to what you are constructing with. And for every ring that you make, you need 2 coins. So if you were making a silver band, it would be 2 silver pieces was the necessary amount. So for platinum, it's the same amount. However, the labor that goes into it makes it so much more difficult because how soft of a metal it is. You can actually heat it up so much within just a small window of extra degrees that it would start to drip away into nothing. And then you lose it to the inside of the fire, which is, I mean, at that point, it's no longer useful. Even if you were able to get it back, it would still be imbued with burn marks and things of the like. It's a very difficult metal to work with, but it is among the more precious metals, which is why nobility usually likes it.
I'm sorry, not to interrupt. I love the conversation you're having with Ebenezer. I don't want you to be able to continue it. We have been wandering around all day trying to investigate this for your chairman. Is there any chance you have a restroom I could use?
Yeah, there's a small outhouse in the alleyway.
Thank you. I will be right back. You guys continue your conversation.
Yes, of
I'm
course.
going to go out there and I'm going to look through the book. I am going to use the bathroom too,
You
but
sit down and start reading. That's the most Kender move of anybody. Steals a book just to have something to read while shitting.
oh, I need to poop. I guess I should borrow a book.
Yeah. But anyways, he begins reading, or you begin reading through, trying to find what you're looking for. Go ahead and roll me that investigation. But yeah, she'll continue. And not to mention, the gems are usually the most precious component when it comes to making things like this. I mean, that's one of the benefits of utilizing something like platinum. Its degree of hardening is not... It's cool enough that you're able to set precious gems into it without being worried that it might scar the gem, crack it in some cases, or even break into some of the small cuts and edges in it to add a glare or smokiness on the inside.
Oh, that's fascinating. The previous project you were working on, was it for two bands, or was it just for the one, like a signet ring, or was it more like engagement, or more? You don't have to tell me the person. I'm just interested in your craft. Was it?
Not allowed to say. Roll an insight check.
Bum, bum, bum. Did it do anything? Oh, it's just delayed.
Oh, damn it.
Oh!
Anyone else proficient in insight inside right now?
Say I am, but I'm pooping.
Yep. Ya pooping?
I am not proficient in insight.
Okay.
This is the funny thing about always playing two games. I'm always in the wrong game with the wrong character.
Yeah. You do the wrong things with the wrong guy.
Right.
Anyways, you end up finding no clues behind your questions and her reactions at all.
All right. Then I'll just
Unfortunately.
I'll just keep talking to her and just small talk about. Ooh, you've given me an idea with your discussion here on platinum and it's not finished yet. Do you mind if give me just a second? I'm hit by inspiration, and I will pull out my lute and just start strumming a little bit, kind of mumbling some words, trying to put a song together based on what she's been saying.
Okay. Roll a performance. Let's see how distracting you are for her not to notice her ledger was stolen.
15.
Nice. Yeah, she's fairly distracted, and she'll even like kindly sit on a chair and just listen. You know, very nice.
Of course,
After-
it's still in the rough like a diamond, but it'll get there.
It will. It will. Nizan, you found the information you were looking for, so
Okay.
And you have some paper for wiping, I guess. Whatever you want.
The book.
I have I don't need paper. I have prestidigitation.
Yep. Yeah, that
Ooh,
works.
Nice.
Yeah.
Portable
Oh.
bidet.
It's the entire reason to become a mage.
Yep.
Just
With a clean bottom.
Do that with thaumaturgy.
And then I'm gonna come back in and do a terrible job trying to put the book back.
Oh no! All right, let's see how close she is.
I've been too smooth at this point. I'm not losing this. I'm doing another honk.
Thank
Doing
you.
another one of the ones. Thank you, Goose.
Even though you were beating her, she only has a +5.
Well, that's all right. I'm not risking it.
Yeah, you come back inside and you hear the tail end of the performance. She looks over at you, smiles, and keeps watching the performance, and your mage hand just moves the book. Everyone else, you just see a book flying and getting placed and then getting adjusted to the proper place that it was when he stole it. Wonderful, wonderful song. I'd be careful about playing things like that in public, though.
Oh, true.
The guards are apprehending bards.
Yes, well, this is just for you, and I'll work on it. And when I come back in the future with your tools, I'm sure that we'll find in your supplies and your thing you were working on, and discuss my ring. And hopefully, I'll have the song, maybe not perfected, but much better.
Wonderful. Best of luck to you all. I wish I could be more helpful, but I just...
It's understandable. Nizan, you look much lighter. Shall we go?
Yeah, if nobody else has any questions about anything else dealing with the theft. I think I'm out of questions.
Yeah, I mean, if you won't talk to us about the commission, then I don't know. Hope we can find your stuff.
Yes, unfortunately, I can't reveal that. I'm sorry. I gave you an opportunity, but it seems we both had the same thought.
Yeah, it's understandable. I admire your fortitude and your discretion.
All right.
And because I know that you're discreet, maybe when I come back and we discuss my ring, I will tell you the story behind it. So, thank you. And I head out.
All right, so we all left.
Are we leaving then?
Yeah.
I'm
I did.
whispering to Neeson what he found in the book.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting. When we get outside, I will tell everyone that it was commissioned by a Baron Hoogland.
Ooh.
Just for sake of brevity, Hoogland.
Hoogland.
Yeah,
Hoog.
Hooga Chaka. Hooga.
Any idea who that is? History?
Sure. Anybody who's been out and about this city before.
Oh, it's supposed to be an 18.
It should have been.
What?
And as we are going outside, I'll play with my wedding band and look up into the sky and just mumble to myself, I love you.
I didn't know you were married, Ebenezer.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Where is your wife, if you don't mind me asking, or husband?
Oh, my
Presume.
wife. My wife. Well, I like to think she's up there somewhere, watching over me. Now, let's we should move on. And I start walking.
So, 19. Hoogland. Isn't that guy who owns different warehouses over by the private harbor? Yeah, you were arrested one time for stealing from a Baron Hoogland. You didn't know you were stealing. You thought that those bananas were for everybody.
They are for everybody.
Man, I should have had monkey steal bananas and not apple.
Yeah, you're the only one who has any information on that, Odie.
So I'll share what I know about Baron Hoogland.
I will say that the ring that they add being made is worth has some considerable amount of diamonds in it, more than enough to solve our. Ebenezer wants to help this poor poisoned lady thing, so maybe not. If we find everything, not everything needs to be returned. For the greater good.
Well, if she had been more forthcoming with who it was for, maybe we could have found that ring.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the one thing we didn't find because she didn't give us any information.
I'm sorry, I just didn't know what to look for.
Hoogland, warehouses. No mention of what kind of ring it was, though. Like
Engagement ring. Sorry, did I not say that?
you may have. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. I am. My mind appears to be with someone else right now.
I understand.
You're muted, Fran. Can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, you gonna be all right, Ebenezer?
Yes, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We are good. Engagement ring. So this one is not part of a church unless it's for a wedding in a church.
Unless the mayor's getting married. Somebody's screwing it up.
It's always the husband.
The mayor's already married.
Yes, that's right. Wife, kids.
Yeah, he just never spends any nights at home.
Yep. He has a
Well.
wife and 2 kids.
Does he have a ward? And he's jealous that maybe his ward is getting married to somebody she loves?
Could be. We don't know how old the mayor's kids are. Maybe the Baron is supposed to propose to the mayor's daughter or something, maybe? I don't know the ages. Maybe he doesn't want that.
Yeah, or the Baron's son to the mayor's daughter, whatever. Here's a question: the Baron guy with the warehouses, are those over by the Lachlan docks? Because we already know that those are like some shady, up and coming thieves guild types.
It's by the private harbor, I think.
Private harbor, correct.
Where was the sand you found at, Fran? Was it specific to the Lachlan docks, or was it any of the docks?
Could have been any of the docks, or it could have been the mountain area.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, we have one theft left that we have a name for.
Yes, we should probably check that out.
So the last one on my list is Garrick.
Yeah, the ancient armor molds.
Yes.
Well, let's go there and I'll look at Millie, give Millie a little scritch and start walking.
Huh? Then you start walking. So, as you are wandering, you head over to the last smith's house. The last person you know was stolen by this, presumably one thief. As you get there, it is nighttime. The sun has descended. The crisp air from the waters is starting to roll in towards you all. You knock on the door, where you see a light in the back is already present and on. A moment goes by. The door unlocks and opens up just a crack, as you see a dwarven fellow looking out towards you all. Hello?
Greetings and salutations. I'm Ebenezer, Neeson, Fran, Odie. We are part of the cleaning crew, and we are hoping to ask you a few questions. We're trying to help out the... It seems that there's been some not so good things happening to artisans in this town, and we're trying to help them all.
I'm sorry, but the guild has already found someone to work on that.
Yeah, that's us.
Oh, why didn't you say you were sent here by the guild? And he opens up the door all the way, unlocks it, and he places down a very large hammer that he had. Come on in.
Nice hammer.
Thank you. My grandfather made it.
It's a beauty. Well, weaponsmith, I'm assuming then, or did he make it to help him with like a forge or something?
He was an artisan of every variety. Could pick up any set of tools and know how to work with them.
That is amazing.
Genius of a man. But anyways, you all came here looking. I have ancestral molds that are missing, and oh, the heavens, it's bad. I need them back. The temple
right now,
of Paladin is they're relying on having more of their guards and clergy outfitted, but we need those molds to get the proper armor made.
Yes, of course.
What were you saying, Odie?
No, I was just about to ask what he was making.
Oh, yeah.
And for who? So
He's the first one who's been upfront, forthright, and direct.
Yes, of course. And was this for like chain armor, plate? What kind of armor, or just various types of armor?
Well, it depends on the ranking, but the set is capable of doing chain, breastplate. I can't forge any more than that, though. The dexterity made for a full plate, and I can't. Not very good. I'm good enough.
So they wanted you to just make armor for outfitting, just general increase in guards?
No, for their clergy.
So the temple itself needed clergy and armor?
They have clergy. The clergy needs armor.
Yeah, okay.
Paladine, right? Isn't that's what you said? Paladine?
Yes.
Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Lord Paladine.
There a temple to Paladine somewhere here in the city?
Yes, the old temple district. It was the first one to start to be rebuilt. It came together beautifully, wonderfully. By far the most gorgeous of all the temples that we have.
Was it commissioned by the temple or by someone else on their behalf?
It was commissioned by the temple.
Nice. What is speaking of temples? My mind just slipped. What's the name of the god man? Oh, I can't picture them. Like a man in a dress. It's you know the one I'm talking about, right?
A man in robes?
Could be robes. I thought it was a god. It was a male god in a dress, but
That would
robes
be
would make more
Gillian,
sense.
the Sage of Balance. Most people who aren't learned think that robes are dresses. They're not. They're robes.
Yes, that makes that makes more sense.
But yeah, it's very, very important that we get this built up and together. I mean, they have multiple different individuals that need the church.
Yes.
Understand?
How long ago were these stolen?
Mine were among the first ones stolen.
So a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Did you happen to notice anything odd around your shop around that time?
Not in particular. I just heard about the new guy coming in. He was due in about a week later, so a week ago from now. Leonard Jackson. He was gonna be. They came to me because unfortunately, it would appear that one of their to-be paladins was needing some higher quality armor. For a date that he is setting soon. So they came to me for that. Usually I work on like 3 or 4 big commissions a year, so it's not like I had a lot of customers.
Well,
Do you happen to know the name of the paladin that
Yes.
they were trying to do that special commission for?
Yes, that was, don't tell anybody.
Of course.
We're supposed to keep this discreet. I'm sure you understand. But you're doing necessary work. I'm not going to get in your way. Joffrey. That'd be Joffrey Hooglin.
Joffrey Hooglin. Refresh my memory. That's the Baron, or is that the?
That's his son.
The son. Yes, the son. That's what I thought.
He was away training with the order. Came back. Now he's apparently he needs it for a definitive date, a union between houses.
No.
Ah, yes.
What house are they unioning with? Do you know?
I'll be honest, I don't really pay attention to politics. He talked a lot about her, and apparently he was very, very excited. But, young men always are, right?
Yep. The wedding night and all that. I would imagine it would be a big wedding. I would
Oh,
think.
absolutely. Why do you think the church was the first place to be rebuilt? Recommissioned?
Which church?
Paladine?
Oh, okay. So they're gonna have the ceremony in that church.
I would presume. I mean, he is a paladin of Paladine.
Paladin, a paladin, paladin, a paladin.
Makes sense. Hmm.
Wow.
Well, thank you for your. We appreciate your time.
Yeah.
If we have any questions, I'm assuming it's okay for us to come back. Of course, not late hours. It'd be during.
I usually work extra long days anyways. It's just the dwarf in me, you know?
And did you say that Lanner was brought in to do the commission for?
Well,
For
Lanner
Jack?
was going to be too late, so they came to me for the commission
Oh,
early.
okay.
Lanner would obviously be the right choice. I mean, if you're working on quality armor, he's... I mean, I've heard about this man from the blacksmiths unions and guilds. As I said, I'm good enough, but he's good.
Understood. Yes. Well, we should be off so that we can help find these molds and get them back to you. It's very important, obviously.
Yes, thank you.
How big are the molds?
Oh, they're big.
Oh.
So, you know, like where armor would be for your entire chest
Oh,
and
yeah.
torso? It's a mold that is the size, slightly bigger than somebody's entire torso.
Yeah. So it would be difficult for someone, say my size, to make off with these molds.
Nearly impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, here, let's see.
Oh no.
He picks up
Oh, no.
a breastplate and hands it to you.
And now I'm trapped under a breastplate.
I mean, you can walk. Not well, but you can walk. Yeah. And it was
That was
6
strength
total
of 8.
molds, not just the one.
I'm weaker than a commoner.
8 total
6
molds.
molds. 8
Sorry,
molds,
6.
yes.
6 total
6
molds.
molds.
6 molds. Oh, wow.
All right.
Best of luck to you all.
Yes.
May Paladine guide you.
And you.
Alright, you guys skedaddle off into the streets.
Man, these. There's like kind of a religious connection, like a through line, but I'm not seeing an obvious culprit or connection between any of these items.
Yes, but let's go. And as we're walking, so we have Baron Hoogland's son, Joffrey, going
Yeah,
to get married.
The only two really connected ones is probably he wants armor and he wants an engagement ring.
Well,
Those
yes, he wants.
Connected.
Yes, because the wedding, it's an engagement ring for the union of houses. We don't know which other house. Married at the Church of Paladine, which was the first church to be brought back, and Joffrey is a paladin of Paladine. We have the forge for the dwarves, a religious forge that is having issues. It's starting to weave together.
I think this leads back towards Fran's idea. I think the mayor's assistant is doing all this to undermine the mayor. So I think maybe the mayor's daughter is who's supposed to be married Joffrey, and I think maybe they knew each other back when the mayor was a thief, and the Kender isn't happy that they gave up their life of that to become the mayor and, you know, live in proper society, and he's trying to ruin the mayor so that they have to go back to their old life.
Yes, and if we are, as on our investigation, or if anyone's investigating this, and it looks like the mayor, they're going to talk about the mayor, which then spreads bad things about the mayor. Yes. We can see it.
I think it's a big giant smear job on the mayor.
Maybe.
It's the only thing I've so far been able to piece together where all the pieces fit.
Yeah. Just makes him look bad.
I think we need to find out for sure. Maybe we do need to go find the mayor's house. And
Does the mayor have any enemies from his days in the Thieves Guild? Does anybody hate the fact that he went straight and he's like, maybe they're in cahoots with the Kender to mess with him?
Maybe we could try and reach out to contacts within the guilds. I mean, though he was an independent, he wasn't a member of a specific guild, to my knowledge. But somebody might know more about what their working relationship used to be. If this Kender worked with him beforehand.
That's true. Maybe they were independent thieving partners, and that's why the Kender is still with him, because he thinks this is all going to be a big con, and it's turning into, like, he wants to go legit.
Mm-hmm. Like, no. I thought we were running a con. I didn't agree to go
Yeah,
legit.
it's like, I conned us into this. Now you actually want to be mayor? What the fuck?
This is not what we agreed upon. Yeah, we could certainly try that. The other option is, again, try to break into the mayor's office.
Well, that
To
sounds
see if maybe
fun.
there's any paperwork that
Oh,
might relate to this. You can steal things, and you can pick up new things. See if he's got anything interesting to look at while we're there.
Thanks for correcting. It's not stealing when a Kender
Yes.
does it.
That's, yes.
I'm gonna give it back.
Yeah, you're just going to hold on to it in case he's looking for it, and
Just
you'll have
borrowing
it
it.
for him. Yeah. He obviously misplaced it, or he wouldn't have left it there.
Fran, you look like you wanted to say something? No? Okay.
So, and then we still have the other guy, the guy who was interested in the gnome stuff, which may or may not even be related at this point.
yes, we can still look into it, though.
What's
Okay.
wrong with Millie, Frank?
Muted.
Oh. You're not muted, but I can't hear you.
Still nothing.
Yeah. Did you unplug
Profanity.
your microphone or something on accident?
Try flipping it up and then flipping it down.
No,
Mm-mm.
try flipping off knees and then flip and then unflipping. Sometimes it works. I don't.
Just try unplugging it and plugging it back in.
Tech support. Let's go.
I mean, I could go upstairs. I could go upstairs if I had to.
Fran, is your computer on?
God damn it.
Is it plugged
Okay,
in
is that
and
better?
turned on?
Yay!
Okay. Alright, what's going on, Millie? What's wrong, baby?
She points up at the rooftops. Roll me a
Okay,
perception check, Fran.
Jeez.
Okay.
Rooftops.
You see, perched on the roof, is a black feather-tipped pelican.
Oh, I want to shoot it.
And when we come back next week,
God
you
damn
can
it.
try to fight it, but it will run, and you could try to chase after it if you would like. We'll be back next week. Bye.